Runners, happy Monday. Last day of June, in fact, June 30th here on a scorching Monday morning. It's about 7:48, and it is, what did it say, 94 degrees Fahrenheit, everyone. Yes, we are in Phoenix. We are in this little heat wave. Yesterday was about 113, 114. Today is expected to get up to 116. That's Phoenix. We're a few miles south of Phoenix, still Phoenix metropolitan, but where we live, we're about 2 to 3 degrees cooler. So when I say cooler, uh, take it with a grain of salt. It is still hot. So, uh, yeah, but it's a dry heat for now. So hope you guys are doing well. Gonna recap real quick here what we did today at the track. It was a very short session because we are in race week for the downtown Flagstaff Mile on the 4th of July, which is in 4 days on Friday. So we're excited. We've had a good build leading up to it, 6 weeks to be exact. So the month and a half has flown by. Overall, it's been a great training block for us. We've really had some tough workouts and overcame them. And I believe my wife and I feel that we can have a very good race come Friday. We've done everything we could, and now it's just staying healthy. It's a very short race, 1 mile. If you've ever done a mile race before, it's short, but don't let that fool you. It's very tough. You go lactic. I mean, your entire body feels lactic. At least I do. And you get the miler's cough, which is true. You cough for minutes after the race. And it's at 7,000 feet of elevation. We are at about 1,200 feet here in Phoenix, so it's always a shock to the system. But boy, when you're done, the atmosphere is electric. And then we get to watch others race. Fortunately, the Masters men race, which is the category I'm in, will go off first. Then my wife in the women's Masters. And then it trickles down to the Citizens men, Citizens women. Then I believe it's the kids race. They do a short one. And then we have the elite field going. So, yeah, just exciting. It's the 4th of July. People are lined up in downtown Flagstaff. You got 2 laps of it. And then they have a parade shortly after in the morning as well. So without further ado, today's workout was 2 by 400 meters at 140, which would equate to a 640. I'm doing the math, 283.20, yes. Uh, that was the goal. And then just pretty much a full rest or recovery for 2 minutes. And then 200 meters quicker. And I was looking at doing 45s or so, 46. Uh, so how did I do? Well, I went quicker than I should have. That seems to be the theme. Not always the best, but I was pushing it a little bit. My splits came in for the first 400 and 138, which would equate to a 634 mile. And then the second one was 137. So I was pretty close. And my splits, I would check at the 200. I think the first one came in at 49. So that put me at, yeah, exactly, even split. And then the second 400, I think I hit that one in 40. Ooh, 40. Oh, I'm sorry, not 40 some. Yeah, close to 50, if not 49, and then 48. So a few seconds quicker, and I was feeling my legs just today felt heavy. It was short, but definitely felt like I think part of it is the heat. It was 89 degrees at we started about 5:20 or so in the morning, so it was hot. And then the 200s, Miguel again didn't have any real defined time, but I was thinking maybe 46, 45. Nope, I went quicker. 43 and 42. That would equate to a 540 ish, 537, 538. So, of course, the 200s are just a little bit quicker, but I'll take it. I think overall it was a good workout. In fact, the last 6 weeks has been fantastic. I even relied on Chat GPT just to see what type of workouts. I'm not a miler. Wanted to see how that kind of lined up with what I normally train for, based on my times and my goals. And yeah, it had some tough workouts. Last week was probably my toughest speed workout with the ladders. But I feel good. If you were to ask me what my goal is on race day, so my average, I believe, is a 7:14 for the last 3 years. Um, the odd years I get quicker. I can't recall, but it was like a 7:17, a 7:10, then a 7:14. So that this year I should be faster. I feel like I can get faster. Um, I just want to be able to know that I've made improvements, and based on the calculations for conversion, um, I would be running a sub 7 if I ran, a 7:10, something faster than that even would definitely get me well under 7 minutes. So we're gonna give it a go, but I'm going to try and implore a better strategy. Really focus on not burning myself out that first lap because I just was so lactic on the first lap. The first lap is a little longer than half a mile because it starts and stops not the same spot, probably about maybe 200 meters or so, or 150 meters before the start line. So, I need to go out, not burn myself out, but easier said than done. When you're racing at 7,000 feet elevation, it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks, or it can. Some people it doesn't affect them as much, but for me, it definitely does. And when you're running pretty much like a sprint, almost, it takes your breath away. And so I need to manage that. I know it's going to hurt. I know I can pick it up the last 100 meters. It may not look like it, but I definitely can close. But I need to make sure that I don't put myself in a deficit where I'm really struggling and I'm losing a lot. Especially there's um, there's that downhill. There's a left turn and then another left turn. That second left turn where you kind of go slightly down and then you go up slightly. You make a left and you kind of say climb, but you are going up gradually before 100 meters or so, and uh, you basically are going flat. Um, so yeah, I need to those last two. That's a quarter mile or a little bit more. That's where I need to really be strong. Because I remember just dying at that spot. Even before that, on the downhill, before that that second left turn, um, where it's slightly downhill, I just didn't have enough, and I need to make sure that I've got enough in my system so that I can be strong there. So excited for what's to come in 4 days. The weather will be nice. Flagstaff is cooler. They're expected to get some monsoon thunderstorms here in the next day or two. But when we arrive Thursday, uh, possible slight chance, but shouldn't have anything, I don't believe, for the race Friday. And then we'll do some sightseeing. We'll do some trail running on Saturday and Sunday. Um, so that should be fun. We've got a nice trail that we're gonna look to run. We did it last year, but I'm gonna go a little bit longer. I think my wife might do the 12-mile loop. I'm gonna probably get 7 to 9 miles or so and see how it goes. But looking forward to the cooler weather, getting out of the heat for a few days, and just celebrating the 4th of July up there with other runners as well. So that's it. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, thanks for watching, and comment down below if you are racing this coming weekend. If you're here in the US, I know there's a lot of races on the 4th of July. Um, let us know what race you're doing. Um, Atlanta puts on a good one. There's just all across the US, there's a lot of races. So um, good luck to you if you are racing, or perhaps maybe you're training and getting ready for some upcoming races in the fall and winter. I know a lot of people are getting ready, if not already, for Chicago Marathon, and then the fall race season kicks off. So until then, we will chat, and probably in the near future have a recap of how the race went. So thanks a lot, guys. Have a great week. Take care. Bye.